Ms. Polisan.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I declare my interest as an executive staff with the Changi Airport Group. Please allow me to recount a chilling event that could have gone horribly wrong during the early days of Changi Airport. On 26 March 1991, Singapore Airlines Flight 117 was hijacked. There were 114 passengers and 11 crew on board. The plane was hijacked mid-air while en route from Subang, Malaysia, to Singapore Changi Airport by 4 Pakistani terrorists who were armed with explosives and knives. 8.5 grueling hours after the hijacked plane landed in Changi Airport, the hijackers gave a last 5-minute deadline for their demands. They issued a threat to kill 1 passenger every 10 minutes if their demands were not met. With 3 minutes to go, the SAF commandos stormed the plane and within just 30 seconds killed all 4 hijackers with no injuries to hostages. The commandos not only secured the plane, rescued all 125 people on board, but also safeguarded the future of our Changi Air Hub. It has been 31 years since that first and only hijacking of a Singapore aircraft. The rescue operation was testament to our capabilities to keep Changi Airport safe and secure. As a global aviation hub, a core fundamental for success is the ability to maintain the highest level of security at all times so as to deter potential perpetrators and facilitate the smooth and secure running of daily operations. To do so, we not only need stringent aviation security processes, valiant and capable security forces, but also effective international aviation law and cooperation with other countries. Now, 10 years after SQ117 in 2001, the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States happened. The terrorists had used the aircraft itself as a weapon of mass destruction. It was the single and most destructive event that had changed the nature and future of air travel permanently. Indeed, over the years, the tools deployed by terrorists and hijackers have become even more destructive, sophisticated, and harder to detect. Our security forces will have to stay abreast of the latest developments happening on the dark side, gather intelligence on a global network, and ensure that security measures are updated and tightly enforced. We will also need to work with other nations due to the cross-border nature of such threats, and this is why it is so important for us to support this bill. The Hijacking of Aircraft and Protection of Aircraft and International Airports Amendment Bill will pave the way for Singapore's accession to the Beijing Convention 2010 and Beijing Protocol 2010. In summary, the Convention criminalizes the use of civil aircraft as a weapon and the illegal transport of discharge of dangerous materials, including explosive, radioactive, biological, chemical, or nuclear weapons to attack aircraft or other targets. In addition, provisions for extradition among convention and protocol partners will be useful in the event of the absence of extradition treaties between affected countries for the listed offences. Now, take, for example, the terrorist attack on Korean Airlines Flight 858 in 1987. The perpetrator, Kim Hyong-hui, a North Korean spy, was caught and extradited from Bahrain to Seoul for trial for planting the bomb which killed 115 people on that flight. Such cases can potentially involve multiple jurisdictions. Hence, as a leading international air hub, Singapore will need to ensure that in the worst-case scenario of a terrorist attack, we have done all we can to be able to extradite the perpetrators from most parts of the world so that they can be tried for their crimes and to be meted punishments. And the criminal trial and punishment may also provide a form of closure for the families of the victims. Mr. Speaker, sir, given the importance of this bill, I would like to seek some clarifications from the Minister for Transport. Firstly, why has it taken Singapore more than a decade to accede to this treaty? From the perspective of our aviation security operations, the stated activities and listed items are already forbidden. We already have in place measures to protect the cockpit and prevent unlawful interference of an aircraft and security screening to detect and remove prohibited items which may be used as weapons to threaten flight crews. Biological, chemical, or nuclear items are already included in the International Civil Aviation Organization's technical specifications of dangerous goods. Hence, accession to the treaty will not have an onerous impact on our existing ground processes. Second, I would like to ask how many other countries are signatories to the Convention and Protocol, and also how do these numbers compare to the other 3 international agreements relevant to aircraft hijacking, namely the Tokyo Convention, the Hague Convention, and the Montreal Convention. What are the main reasons for the differences in response and support from the international community? And finally, in the context of rescue operations of hijacked aircraft, such as in the case of SQ-117, what is the legal liability for unintended injuries or deaths inflicted on innocent hostages by our security forces? Will the security forces be subjected to legal actions too? I hope that the security forces would be accorded immunity because they are risking their own lives while neutralizing terrorists in order to save innocent passengers and crew. Mr. Speaker, sir, terrorism threats are evolving and Singapore remains a target. Securing our civil aviation system is not just the job of the security agencies. Everyone has a part to play. We must all remain vigilant and continually strengthen our defenses against threats that may undermine the safety and security of our civil aviation system. Notwithstanding my clarifications, I support the amendment bill. Thank you.